Sarcasm, the fear-based humor. Hey guys, it's John here, and I am once again drinking my coffee. For those of you who don't like to see me drink my coffee, tough. I wanted to talk a little bit today about sarcasm. Sarcasm is a cutting humor. It's like playing with a knife, right? Well, knives cut people. Knives hurt people. Sarcasm hurts people. Sarcasm cuts people. You can be thinking it's very funny to be very sarcastic to someone, but what's that sarcasm aimed at? And is that are you aiming sarcasm at someone who will take it personally, someone who will be hurt by it, someone who will feel diminished by it? And are you using the sarcasm to put someone in place beneath you? Because sarcasm itself is designed to knock someone down. You're sarcastic to them because you're speaking to them like they're an idiot. Situational sarcasm, where you're finding, let me think of a really interesting sarcastic comment. So you fall off a cliff, you break your leg, and you're like, well, this is just perfect, right? That's sarcasm, right? That's also defining what's known as a cognitive dissonance. You're saying one thing and believing another, and you're basically saying this sucks. Well, the more you focus on sucks, you're actually hurting yourself. You're cutting yourself because you're the creator of your experience. And when you're creating your world from sarcasm, you are literally creating a cut. When you are sarcastic about someone else, you're literally cutting them. And most of the time, sarcasm is used out of fear and anxiety. I had my last wife was the queen of sarcasm, and all of her friends were sarcastic, and all of her friends were very, for lack of a better, broken people. I mean, there were alcoholics. There were just so many things that were just really broken on them, and they were using sarcasm as a way of being powerful over the people around them. And it was a toxic environment. It was a toxic environment. And when I got deeper into it, they were using sarcasm all the time, but it was just the surface symptom of something much deeper. And the surface symptom of what was deeper was the fact that they were all in fears and anxieties and dealing with their self-doubt and their self-worth, and they were all fighting for power. They had their knives out, fighting for power. Their knives of sarcasm, fighting for power to try to knock people down. And it's interesting because when they would see somebody at the peak of their game, they would literally use sarcasm to knock them down. I'll never forget. And this is my last wife, and when we got together, it was fun. It was easy. It was a good time. By the end, she was doing everything in her power to knock me down. I remember I directed a play, and the whole cast went out to dinner, and I invited my wife along to come down. We all went out and we were having a good time, and she spent the entire time at this table with this cast that was doing a great show and liked me, and the show turned out well, and so it was like I was at one of my highs, and she spent the entire time knocking me down to make herself look good in front of this group. And it was really an interesting experience because she was doing that because she wanted the power, and she wanted to put herself on top to prove that she was better than the director of the play. And sarcasm shows your weakness. It doesn't deliver weakness to others. However, it can be very hurtful for people who do suffer from their own self-doubt and self-worth. You say something completely sarcastic to someone, and it's going to hurt them. It's meant to hurt them. You meant to hurt them with the sarcasm. And whether you consciously are doing it or subconsciously doing it, you're meaning to hurt them to put them beneath you when you're using sarcasm in that way towards a person. When you're using sarcasm about your situation, you're hurting yourself because you're focusing on the negative as opposed to focusing on the positive. Sarcasm, it really is no good for anybody. And when you dive into sarcasm and what I would consider a pessimistic point of view of life, you're creating a bad experience for you and all involved. So be funny without sarcasm. Actually be funny as opposed to attacking others and attacking yourself. That's my thought on sarcasm, guys. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.